Hello everybody and welcome to Evil Ted Live. I am here. Today we're going to be building a helmet. I'm building a helmet for a giveaway and I finally realized that in order to have a giveaway I have to have a helmet to give away. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to build and I'm doing this live on Twitch. For you people on YouTube watching this, you can also follow me right here on twitch.tv/EvilTedSmith and watch me live. Matter of fact, what we're going to do, I have a pattern medieval helmet. Done a lot of sci-fi helmets, but this time around, I know I did the Inquisitor from Dragon Age, but I have something else I want to do. So let's get started. And my patterns. This is the side of the helmet. There's something I learned from my friend Furry here on Twitch. These triangles you guys see right here. This is his symbol because I used to write on what the bevels were, like bevel in, bevel out, 45. I used to write. Be like these little paragraphs on my patterns. Furry came up with a great technique with the triangle open towards your seam. That's a bevel in. So if you have a little triangle with the open face on the outside, that is bevel in. If you have a triangle going toward it, that's bevel out. So I thought, what a great idea. So that's what I've done on my pattern, because when you make something after a while, you do kind of have a tendency to forget. So now we have this. I'm going to go ahead and we have a label. This is right. I'm going to pin it down. Now, when I do my Sharpie, I like to trace the whole pattern first. Just go all the way around. Now that I traced it, I like to go back and do the registration marks next. And I found that when I do this, I'm guaranteed to get every one of them. Circle the whole thing first, then do your registration marks. Cool thing about fabricating, I have my pattern. All I got to do is flip it. Boom, and there it is, our left. Again, just trace the whole thing first. Now we have all our pieces cut. The next step is we're going to do a little heat curl on the side of the helmet first. I want to get these kind of like pre-curled and warmed up a little bit before I glue these together. I discovered over the years of heat forming on this cutting, it warps my cutting table, so I have a board that absorbs the heat. So when I do heating on my foam parts, I just put it underneath a board so I don't set my table on fire. All right, got that. Let's roll it, because that's what I want with that curve. All right, see, ta-da! That's all I need. This curl, that's plenty. So we got that. We'll set that aside. There we go. We'll slight bend to it. Like this doesn't have to be drastic. I just want a slight curl to it. That's all. Now that I have my parts all properly heat curled, let's start with the top. Look at my Barge cement. And this foam I'm using right here is the really cheap, inexpensive foam. The reason I'm using the inexpensive foam because I'm using it as a medieval helmet. So if there's air bubbles or pits, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna really do a texture job on this helmet. So I'm gonna really kind of make it very beat up looking. Now, it's my favorite part. We line them up. Now, what I've done when putting these parts together, you get your seams the best it can be. Make sure your parts are flush and smooth. Get them lined up as much as possible. And that's the best part about people always ask me, like, how do you go about making good seams? And like, it's mostly just when cutting and applying your parts. You just make sure you do them flush. And that. Now, the cool thing is this seam is the most, so I go like this, kick it back. And that puts, I kind of bend it inside out like that. And that puts tension on the seam, so it really kind of helps push it together. Helmet. And I'm gonna just do one side at a time on this helmet. I'm gonna start with the front first here. Line this edge up right quickly here. And like I said, if you see it, your registration mark getting off the mark, pull it, because your registration marks, you have to that's what pulls things together. If you start lining stuff up and your registration marks come off, you want to just like get some thinner and take it off and do it again, because you definitely want to stay in your marks, because that's what you're trying to do. Is you're just trying to reproduce what you made earlier. So that's what your patterns are for. All right, Look at that. Sorry. There it is. Now on this helmet, you can see right here, I have some horns going to go on there, and I'm going to have some foam rings. So I kind of already pre-made them. What I did is I took a piece of, this is inch foam with the a bevel. I can see it's a bevel on the edge. I'm going to go ahead and, I kind of measured off these horns I already had. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them together to get the proper circumference so I can draw on this where they're going to go. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. That's my circumference. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trace a circle. I'm going to make a template off of this. And I'll tell you why here. See? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a paper template that I can place on the helmet to trace. So when I glue these guys on, I'm going to glue them on nice and symmetrical. And I want to make sure they're in the same spot. All right, not bad. So I got that is going to be my circle template for the side of the helmets. Now that I have my template, this is going to be my, I want to put these on, but I want to put them on the helmet, but I want to make sure they're in the same place. Now, so the reason I do this is because when I go to do the other side, now, yeah, I got my placement. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep these, get glue on these. That'll be my next step. On the seam, I like to put them on the bottom. Outstanding. All right, buddy. You can see. Got the helmet. Got my mount for my horns. But this is looking really cool. I'm really happy with this. Get it back to it. Come on, real quick. Yeah, it definitely needs padding. We got this one. I'm gonna have these big ram horn patterns I'm gonna put on it, and make it very Viking looking. I don't know. I might heat curlies in a little bit, but I like the big kind of pounded metal looking to it. So I'm gonna keep it straight. It looks very less curvy. I mean, more flat the more metal it looks like. At least I think it does. Well, guys, that concludes part 1 of the helmet giveaway. If you guys like this, you can catch me live on Twitch TV. That's twitch.tv/EvilTedSmith on Twitch. For you people watching me on YouTube, that's where to watch me. I stream on Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For you guys on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and catch you back for part 2 right here on Evil Ted Live.